Hello and welcome to your introduction on rhetorical analysis. Today we'll define rhetoric, identify rhetorical situations in writing, and analyze rhetorical constraints on writing. First of all, what is rhetoric? It is any act of persuasion, any act of communication. So in any communication act, particularly in our case right now writing, you will have a situation for writing. Lots of stuff goes into writing. First, you have to have an occasion for writing, a context for writing, a reason to put pen to paper. Every piece of writing has a speaker or an author, but that author is not so simple. It's not just a name on a paper. They write with a certain type of voice depending on who their audience is. Text, genre, and medium. Text refers to the words actually spoken or the subject. Genre is the form of communication, whether it be a text message or a short story. And medium is how it's delivered. Did you say it out loud? Did you publish it in a book? So on and so forth. Purpose is what you hope to achieve by writing what you were writing. What did you want the audience to learn? Let me put it into a context for you. My boss has asked me for last week's meeting minutes. I went to a meeting she wasn't at, and she wants to know what happened in it. So that's my occasion. I have to reply to my boss's email about this meeting. That's why I'm writing right now. My audience is my boss. My speaker is me, and I'm not just speaking as, Abby Weller Hall. I'm speaking as her employee, so I have to take on a certain voice or tone in my email. My text is going to be what actually happened in the meeting, my description of events. The genre will be a form called meeting minutes, and it'll be bullet points and information. And the medium, I will deliver this document to her by internet/email. My overall purpose, which includes all of these elements, is to tell my boss what happened during the meeting. In every rhetorical situation, there are some constraints. You have to make choices, ask questions. So the occasion always stays the same. In this new situation, my boss asked me for a report on my students' progress. So I have to start thinking about how to respond to this. First, what do I know about my boss, my audience? Does she need the answer right away? Why does she want the information? How does she like the information? Does she want to use a reference or a lengthy report? What does my boss think of me? Does she value what I have to say? So lots of questions come up before I start delving into this report. My purpose is to show how well my students are doing, but I might have other motives too, like preparing to ask for a raise or showing I need an honors course. So I might organize the text, the information in a way that brings these things to light. The medium, genre, and text, how can I best communicate this information? It's probably going to be a lengthy report, so a text message isn't going to work. I have to think about, should I do it in PowerPoint, an email, a flip chart? How am I going to present this? What's the best route? And then finally, how am I going to act or behave in this communication to get my result? Do I need to be formal or informal? Do I need to just put charts in? Am I going to give some kind of paragraph or explanation? And mainly, do I need to improve my credibility? Does my boss, trust what I'm saying? So all this information, these are all constraints, all the questions you ask that narrow down how exactly you're going to produce this piece of writing. Those are called constraints. Now you will have a short quiz where you will answer what is rhetoric, what are the elements of the rhetorical situation, and what are rhetorical constraints. If you have any questions, please let me know in live class.